All right, hello and welcome. We are going to be creating a pop art in Pixlr, a pop art artwork using the photo editor called Pixlr. This is available to use on the Chromebook, so it shouldn't be a problem. The first thing that we're going to do is look at the assignment page in Canvas. And you'll see that there is a video that says learn. It's super short. It's 3.5 minutes, and it is just about pop art. So you're going to watch that. And then here is the inspiration for what we are doing today, which is Andy Warhol's famous repetitive artwork using pop art imagery. And then the video that you are watching right now will be right here in this next spot. So I'm making the video, and once I'm done with it, I will put it right there. All right, so after you've learned a little bit about pop art and seen the inspiration for today, you're going to hop over to Google. So you might need to open up a new tab and then go ahead and search for your favorite snack bag. So I've already done a search for Funyuns and then clicked on images. Now, there's some things that you want to know. First of all, you don't want to take the small image because it'll be too small. So instead, you want to click on it so that you can see the preview over here. And when you kind of hover over it with your mouse, it will tell you the number of pixels. So this is actually a super large image. It's got 2,560 pixels by 2,560 pixels. It's a very big image, lots and lots of pixels. That's great. This one has 500 by 500 pixels, not as big. This one has 768 by 768. That's not too bad. I would say 768, anything above 750 is going to be fine. I'm going to go ahead and go with the original. And on your Chromebook, you're going to want to right click and then save the image. Okay, and so it should save it to your downloads. Because I'm working on a Mac, I can just drag and drop, save it to my desktop. But you'll right click, save image as, and then it'll just save it to your downloads. All right, I'm gonna move that back over. Let's head over to Pixlr. Now, it is tempting to click on one of these two buttons, but if you do, you're not going to get all the tools that we need today. So instead, you're gonna scroll down until you see the Pixlr editor. And how do you get to Pixlr? It's Pixlr.com. And I will turn this right here where it says Pixlr into a link so that you can just click on it and it'll open up. So we're going to click on the Pixlr editor, okay? Not the AI editor because it doesn't have all the tools we need. So click on Pixlr editor down here. And then at another time when you're done with your project, if you want to play around with the AI image generator, go for it. But today is not that day. Today we are going to be creating new. So click on create new. And then right here where it says name, you're going to want to name it for the assignment. So you're going to do your last name dash first name dash pop dash art. And it's always a good idea to double check how your teacher wants your file named. But if your teacher doesn't have it in the instructions, it's always a good idea to do last name, first name, assignment name. So that's why it's last name, first name, and then pop art. We're going to leave the width and height what they are because we'll just change it later when we crop down what our picture is. So just leave it for the width and height. We're just going to go with that. So last name, first name, pop art, and then you can click the create button, which is hiding behind my little picture right there. So click on create after you have the correct name. Excellent. Now, let me give you a quick tour of our canvas and the app here. So here is the canvas. This is where we're going to be editing our picture. These are our tools. So this is the tool panel. Up at the top, we have our drop-down menus, which we will be using. And then on the right-hand side, we have some navigation, we have some layers, and we have our history. We are going to be able to see the layers in Pixlr, whereas in Google Drawing, we don't get to see the actual layers. So you kind of have to guess when you're moving stuff up and down in the layers on Google Draw, but in Pixlr, you can actually see them. So it's kind of nice to be able to like drag them up and down if you need to. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is add the picture of the snack bag. So if you, whatever your favorite snack was that you chose, or candy, you're gonna bring that picture in. You're gonna go to layer and add an image as a layer. Okay, so add an image as a layer. It's under the layer drop-down menu. And then we're going to go to recent in our Chromebook. And on there, you should see your snack bag that you downloaded. And click open. And now it added it as a new layer. Perfect, that's what we need. The next step is that we need to resize it because we need to make a whole bunch of them. So we're gonna resize it and put it up in our left corner. Because remember, our inspiration is Andy Warhol's repetitive screen prints here with all the different colors. So that's what we're gonna do. So once you have it resized, then you're going to right click, copy it, and then you can choose Control V to paste it. And that didn't work. Okay, Control C, Control V. There we go. Okay, so it actually pasted it right into the same spot. So now I'm gonna paste it again. So I'm using the keyboard shortcut, Control C, Control V. Well, technically on the Mac, it's Command, but for you guys on your Chromebook, it'll be Control C, Control V. Okay, so then I'm gonna drop this one down here, and it just keeps pasting it right on top of that first one. Okay, remember I said that it didn't matter what our canvas size was because we were going to crop it. So I have some leftover space on the right-hand side here that I need to crop. You might have some at the bottom as well. So wherever you have extra space, you're going to crop it. So if this was too big and you needed to crop off some of that checkerboard, go ahead and crop it off at the bottom and crop it off to the side. And if you're having trouble because it's not letting you crop it, it's like cutting it like this, make sure that where it says constraint, it's free. That's going to allow you to just chop off the side that you need to, or some of the top and or some of the bottom and some of the side. Once you have that resized or cropped, go ahead and just hit your enter key. Okay, now we're going to pick our first layer and we are going to do an adjustment to it because remember, we're going to make it all colorful. So have that selected. You can scroll down in your layers to your first snack bag, and then you're going to click on Adjustment, Hue and Saturation. And we are going to change the color of that bag by just dragging this top bar over. And then click Apply. Okay, then I'm going to click on the next layer. You can see it already selected the next layer, or I can click on that picture and we're going to do the same thing. Adjustment, Hue and Saturation, and we'll pick a different color. And then this last one on the top row. So I'm selecting that next layer. There it is. Adjustment, Hue and Saturation. And then I'm going to move that out of the way so I can see it. And let's go with that. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And I want to make sure that they're different colors. They're not the same color. Then I'm going to click in the bottom left, adjustment, hue and saturation. And let's see, maybe like a teal color. And then apply. Next one, adjustment, hue and saturation. And maybe like a bright pink. And then finally this last one. And I'm going to try to find something that I haven't done yet. Bright red. Okay. And I feel like the purpley pink next to the red is not going to work for me. So I'm actually going to flip-flop those. I think that's a little better. Okay. This next part can be a little tricky, but I believe in you. I think we can get through it. So, okay. We are going to click back on our first image, and then we're going to click on the magic wand tool. It looks like a magic wand. It's part white, part black, and then it's got like little stars around it. So click on your magic wand, and then you're going to click on the white area behind your snack bag, if there's a white area. Mine has a white area. Most of them do. And then you're going to come up here to mode, and we have new selection, which is wherever we click, it's going to give us a new selection. And then we have add to selection. Well, we want to add to our selection, and we're going to add the other background part of that first layer. Okay, so I'm on the first layer here. Then I'm going to click on this paintbrush, this draw tool or paintbrush tool, and I'm going to actually just like up it to 100. And then I'm going to choose a color. So right here, I can click on it, and then I can choose a color. I want a color that is not whatever color my snack bag is. So this one's orange right now. I want something that's not orange. So teal is fine. And I'm going to just color in right there where it's selected. And now I colored the background. Then I'm going to go up to selection and choose deselect. So now nothing is selected. I'm going to choose my next layer, go back to the magic wand, and make sure I'm on add. So now I have the background just for the second image. I'm going to choose a different color for the background. Purple will be great. And then grab my paintbrush and color in that background. And because I used the magic wand to do that selected area, that's the only place that gets colored. So I can pretend like I'm coloring outside the lines, and nothing colors outside those lines. It's constrained within those like dancing ants, as we call them, because that's what we selected. So then I can come back up to selection and deselect, and then pick my next layer, grab my magic wand again, pick that side. I'm still on add, pick that side, and now grab another color. And repeat this until I have the whole thing colored in. All my backgrounds, something different, something that stands out from whatever color the snack bag is. And if you hop back over to the assignment page, you can see how that is done on these Campbell soups as well as the Marilyn Monroes. All right, now if you want to add more contrasting colors, like how we see like more different colors in the Campbell soups, right? There's two different colors and then the background. So if you want to actually change the color of the Funyuns so that they're not the same color as the bag, you can come in here with the color swap. So if you hover over this one, it says color replace. It's the paintbrush that has the little arrows on it. And you'll probably want to zoom in for this. Oops. And zoom in. Okay. And then let's see, we want to select the layer. So we're going to be on this layer. The brush, we want a hard edge brush probably. And I don't know how big we want it yet. Let me just pick 30 and see what that looks like. Okay, so that's a pretty decent size. And then sure, let's just go with pink. So I'm going to color over this and it's going to change those Funyuns to pink instead of orange. And then I'm going to come up here and get that little bit and right there. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's pop art. Pop art is not perfect. Okay. And I'm used to being able to scroll over with my mouse, so I keep messing that part up. All right, let's pick another color. So I'm going to color on this one. Maybe I want something that's not the background color and that's not the bag color. So yeah, this blue will work. And I'm on this layer now. And I have my color swap. And here we go. It's definitely a good idea to have a mouse for this. So 30 ended up being a good brush size for me, but if you end up needing a smaller brush or larger brush, you can come up here and you can mess with it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, it does work. Okay, here's a trick that you're going to be mad that I didn't tell you earlier. If you hold the space bar, you have this little hand that pops up and you can scroll over. I didn't realize that it did that. So use your hand, use the space bar, and then when you see the hand, you can click and move. All right, let's change this from blue to, how about like a bright pink? And I gotta make sure I'm on the right layer. There we go. Now we did not use the magic wand on this to select only that circle area. So you definitely want to be careful and not just go crazy because you will, be able to draw everywhere. So be careful of that. And maybe I want to then make the size a little bit bigger to get the middle like nice and quick. You can do that too. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish off these last 3 to change the color. Okay, so for me, I feel like I'm done. I have the Funyuns, a different color from the bag, which is a different color from the background, and I don't have any 2 colors right next to each other. So this looks awesome. The next step is to download it and submit it. So we're gonna go ahead and click this save button in the bottom corner here. Okay, so click this download button here, this save button, and a JPEG is just fine. We want to go high quality all the way and then click save. And it should come up already with last name, first name, pop art. And then save it wherever if it asks. It might not ask because it's a Chromebook. It might just have you save it. Okay? You have to save. You have to save. If you don't save, it will be deleted the next time you try to get on. So if you're not done, you can click download and click PXZ, and that will save it as a Pixlr file so that you can come back and keep editing it later. So if you click that, you could save it as a PXZ, but you can't turn it in as a PXZ because I won't be able to see it. All right, head back to the assignment page, and then you're going to click the blue Start Assignment button, and then click on Upload File, choose File, and it should be in your recents because you just downloaded it. Mine, where did I save it? I think I saved it. It went into Documents. Okay, that's why. Okay, so once you find it, again, it should be under Recents for your Chromebook, and then you'll select it, and then click Submit. Yay! All right, and that should be it. You have now created your own pop art digitally.